I need everybody watching to pay attention to the screen right now because more than 72% of you are not subscribed to this channel, and I have no idea why. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on mobile notifications so you never miss an upload. I upload weekly horse racing content. Hopefully you guys will join the community, and let's get started with the video. I just wanted to see if you guys are paying attention. Because we're back with Gallop Racer 2001 action. This is episode 9 on the series. Some of you are probably thinking, what on earth was that? I just want to see if you're awake. Probably be a little bit longer episode today. So we have a new filly to the group, 2-year-old Miss Nighty. Looking forward to seeing what she's going to be able to do. And deep timing, he is still progressively getting better. He started out rated 73 on the turf and then 72 on the dirt. Now, as you can see, 76, 74. So I have good faith in him over the long run. We still don't know how long he's going to be able to run, because his chart is still kind of, where it doesn't show you everything. Obviously, you look at the bottom right corner, we don't know, but we can assume he may peak at 4 or 4.5, based off of the trajectory of where the line currently is going. Yeah, it looks like 4 or 4.5 from my previous experience. We already got a race win with him though, so that is that's important. That's a good sign of things to come. So we'll go ahead and fast forward 2 weeks, and they both should be ready to go. Deep Timing and Miss Nighty are both ready to go. I mean, the presentation of this game, I was talking about it in the last episode. It's absolutely amazing because even here, the horse's body language changes depending on their fitness, their conditioning. This is something that they took out of Gallop Racer 2003 and 2004, and again, I think it's such a cool little feature. I like little stuff like this. It adds to the game. It adds to the authenticity, I think, of just realistically, I guess, how things would be. I mean, anybody obviously that's been around horses, you watch the body language, you see these things. And like I said, this is in 2001. Well, this game technically came out in 2000. So my point is, this was a feature. This game had so many features that they took out of the later Gallop Racer titles. And like I said, I just don't understand why. Which again makes me believe it was a different part of Tecmo working on this game compared to the other titles. Because this game might as well be something completely different from the other Gallop Racer titles. I would say that, like I said, 2003 through 2006, just because things are so much different in this game compared to those titles. So, yeah, it is what it is. Just glad I can play it and enjoy it, right? All right, so we're in October. We may go all the way till April in this episode, just because, like I said, it's so easy to get through a year in this game, and I'm still only going to stick to 2 horses for now. Eventually, I'll move up to 3. So on, but yeah, I don't want to just, like I said, buy horses to buy horses, because if they're not producing or not winning, it's just going to end up being a bad investment. So, field of 9 here, going 8 furlongs on the turf, and we have a chance to finish in the money, which is all I care about. Tijuana Jane is the favorite today, the 6 horse. Will be right next to her in post position 5. I love it. I love the presentation of this game. I mean, this is, out of all the Gallop Racer titles, the best presented Gallop Racer game in regards to this. Like I said, the little things. Now, like I said in even the last episode, a Gallop Racer game on next gen, or any horse racing game on next gen, not Rival Stars necessarily, an actual horse racing game like this would be amazing. But what people don't realize is horse racing as a game category is not as popular as other titles, as other categories, and that's why horse racing games haven't really thrived too well. These game developers, these studios, they want to make money, and if they're unable to do that by creating a game, they're not going to put their time and effort into it, and you can't blame them. It's a lot of money, a lot of time to create a video game, and unless they believe it's going to be a success financially, they're not going to venture into it. And especially with, more groups, more activist groups, I would say, against horse racing nowadays, it's still, I would say, from a racing perspective, not as popular. Rival Stars is kind of obviously the exception, because Rival Stars is more tailored to kind of a E-rated version of horse racing. Obviously, I think on the PS4 and Xbox versions they did update a feature for the whip, right? But yeah, Rival Stars, they, it's, I think it's done properly in regards to kind of having that good line of still allowing people to be into horse racing, play horse racing games, if they don't want to obviously play something that features the whipping, you know, and that topic is a whole conversation for itself, whether or not it's still needed in horse racing. You know, it's two sides to that. So just in general, you know, horse racing games, I would say on a major platform, are harder to make. Of course, there's plenty of mobile games, there's plenty on PC, but in terms of major console releases, like these Gallop Racer games used to be, it's just, the popularity just isn't there like it used to be, unfortunately. You know, a really small time studio that has a serious passion for horse racing would need to make a game, essentially an indie horse racing game for consoles, but any major studios are just not going to put their time into it. Well, it's 90's up to go. Let's see what she's about. So yeah, and that's the only unfortunate thing I would say about just horse racing games on major consoles going forward. Maybe we'll get lucky in the studio, any studio will take part, but we still have mobile games, great horse racing mobile games, ones for PC obviously, so, and of course we always have these throwbacks, so it's not the end of the world. So we have a chance here with Miss 90. Field of 8, Dusty Weapon is the favorite. We have post position 3. And, yeah. So we retire Glue Factor, and Miss 90, depending on how long we'll be able to use her for, we can retire her and breed her with Glue Factor in April of next year to get our second Gallop Racer original. So let's see, we get out to a good start. Not the greatest of starts, but fortunately we can kind of settle in with Miss 90. Yeah, ironically, like the time I want her to settle back, she wants to. The time I want a horse to settle in, they want to go to the front, and then when I need them to go to the front, they're like, "Oh, going to the front? Oh, I'd rather take a Sunday stroll." Oh, the drifting in this game is so. It is not fun. This is not fun. The constant adjustments with the drifting. I'm still gonna wait a little bit. Because, like I said, when they start going and they start tiring themselves out, that is when I'll kind of bring in the rear with Miss 90, and let's see what she can do. Nice little spurt here for Miss 90. We're catching horses on fatigue. I don't think we're going to get up there for first, but second place for sure. Second place, we'll take it. Could have won that race if I started a little bit sooner. I'm not disappointed. I would have rather taken a second place and passed those horses that were gassing out. That's literally what I wanted to happen. If I wanted to win, I would have gotten going sooner and kind of, you know, played it accordingly. But I'm like, I'm still figuring out Miss 90, still getting a feel for her. So now that I know what type of speed she shows in the stretch, I'll be able to maybe start a little bit sooner. Because every horse races different. You can't approach every horse the same. It's just not the reality. Alright, so Deep Timing's ready to go again. His spurt is slower, so we do have to get him going sooner. Racing right now, 9 furlongs. Definitely have to get him to the front. 77-75, of course, his ratings are getting better because he's going to continue to get better over time. I'm a little worried, though, now, though. The needle looks like it's going a little bit higher, or the line, I should say. Looks like it's slightly taking a little bit of a steeper trajectory, which means he may peak sooner than I thought, and I hope that's not the case. I hope it's still going to be at least 2 years. I guess we'll see, right? I guess we shall see. I'll be bringing some new content on the channel. Horse racing related, not entirely. More so, kind of similar to Star Stable in a way. It's another game. It's an older game though. That I used to play a long time ago, and there's variants of it that I haven't played, so I figure I'll bring that on the channel. I'm not gonna tell you guys yet, but it'll be one of those games that is just a nice kind of treat every now and then to kind of throw on the channel to mix in with the horse racing content. Just kind of that kickback type of playthrough series. So Grey Ocean is the favorite here. Post position 8, we got to get out to a really good start. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's a game, like I said, I really used to love. There are horses in there, so be mindful of that. There are horses in it. And, yeah, it's a really fun game. Really fun game I used to play a lot. Alright, well, we gotta get D-timing out really, really quickly. Establish the lead and get him settled back down so he's not gassing himself out. So, let's see if we can get a good start. Great start. He gets out really well, and then let's see if we can push him to the front. Keep him in first, keep him in first. Let's see, he's still in first. Okay, good. So, great start. Now we can settle him back down here. We're gonna move him inside. He's in the blue, he's comfortable. Settle him back. Forgot to rotate it this way. And this horse is trying to challenge us. No, sir. And we gotta be careful with the drifting, because I can also bump the rail in this game. I forgot. Not only can you bump other horses from drifting, which it is what it is, but you can bump the rail. I learned that the hard way when I first started playing this game. Alright, and we're gonna watch what the field does. I'm gonna watch what the field does. Let's see. Let's see what they do. Now we'll get going. Is that the favorite that's gassing us? Well, maybe it was. Come on, Deke Timing. Challenge him. That has to be the favorite. That horse is not going anywhere. Still third place. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. God, I think we just got fourth at the wire. That's a bummer. I think it's still a money place finish, but still, third would have been nice. And second was right there. That was really close, though. As you can see, two of us. Obi, what? Where? Is obstruction? Objection? Something? I did not obstruct any horses. OBS. Are you kidding me? What? Oh, this game is really trolly with those quote unquote violations or penalties. That's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, we still got our money, but I don't want that to happen, period. And it's so stupid because the AI will never get that. You know what I mean? It's only something that applies to the human player. The AI can do that literally to you for like half a season. Not a single inquiry, but I mean, what? I don't even genuinely know who or what that could have been. I stayed pretty much in the same spot all the way around. Any other horse would have had to move around me. It'd be different if I moved into a horse's spot, into their lane, whatever. I totally get that. I literally, as soon as I got the lead, I kept that for the whole race. Are they saying it happened at the start? That could be the only thing. That could be the only thing. But again, who? I don't know. It's just one of those weird things that it's not really legit in the game. Because I mean, I didn't cut any horses off. Even when we came out the gates from post position 8 to cross the track, I mean, we had a length clearance of the nearest horse as far as us moving from right to left. So whatever. Huge field here. Field of 14 going 6 furlongs. So this is gonna be quick. And Miss 90, outside chance to get in the money, but huge field of 14. Yeah, we'll see how this works. Positioning is going to be everything. We don't have a lot of time to get ourselves established, so getting a good start and getting settled quickly is very important. Great start. And we keep her back because, again, we don't need to be at the front. I genuinely don't even know. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to keep her outside because there's probably going to be no inside gaps. And I hate running outside in this game because it really does put you at a disadvantage. Okay, I'll get her going now. I was going to hit that gap that horse moved into. Thank goodness I moved, because that wouldn't have worked well. Late spurt here from Miss 90. Can we get up into the money at the wire? Very close, very close. Not going to get there in time. Ah, I should have started sooner. I misjudged that. Obviously, if we were on the inside, we would have been fine, but we had to take that really long outside trip. I should have started, you know, maybe 200 meters earlier, unfortunately. Just missed out. Because, I mean, we were definitely going to catch those horses, so I should have started earlier. So, like I said, I'm still figuring it out with Miss Nighty. Learning I can get started a little bit earlier with her, apparently, because her stamina's not terrible. I haven't noticed a huge drop-off, so we can get started with her much sooner than I think. We're almost at the end of the year. Both horses are ready to go again. Miss Nighty, let's get her in another race. Can she run on the dirt? Yeah, she's pretty flexible with the turf and dirt, right? Oh no, now her turf rating is better. I think when I first got her, her ratings were pretty equal. Let's see. I can run her in a grade 3 against the fillies. See how she handles that. And then deep timing. We can actually run him in a G1 Colt Cup. Oh, that sounds like a bad idea, but you know what? We're gonna do it. The guy's 2 years old, so I mean, why not? I mean, if we can place, that'd be pretty great, because in this game, when it comes to breeding, results, again, matter a lot as well, like they do for Gallop Racer 3. It's not necessarily just their attributes and their stats, but it's really about their actual on-track performance. So if we can do well, it should help. I hope. We'll see. G1 time. Field 14 going 8 furlongs, and yeah, I mean, deep timing is nowhere near grade 1 ready yet. But at least we're not the long shot, which means we could, if we run our race right, we could potentially finish in the money, but we got to run a great race. We got to. We have to. It's a must. So go through the field. 1 is Big Hair Cut. 2 is OG Rep. 3 is Traffic Dust. Look at the 4, Billy to Beat. Look at the 5, Cosmos Pizzazz. Here's the 6, Behave, or Behave. It should be Behave, pretty sure. And there's our horse, deep timing, the 7. Here's the 8, Dougie Dog. You know, Capono. The 9 is Green Deal, ridden by Hudson. Here's the 10, Lisa Shocker, ridden by Dixon. There's the 11, Count Rind, ridden by Angelo. 12 is A Firm Deal, the favorite, ridden by Hanson in today's Colt Cup. 13 is Crazy Angel, ridden by James. And the 14 is Cherry Flame. So I want to finish in the money. That's it. I'm not expecting to win, but a money place finish for deep timing as a 2-year-old, that would be great. In this G1, that would be really big. He doesn't get out as good as the other horses, so that's a little worrisome, because then we have to really get him to the front. And of course, we're running against grade 1 horses, so getting to the front is not going to be as easy as it is other times. Now he's in the front. He's pretty content here, and we have good spacing, so have to watch the drift. And his spurt is slow, which means it's going to take him a while to get up to full speed. So, you know, these grade 1 horses are going to have more stamina, so they're going to be able to go a little bit longer. If I go too quick, I feel like we'll fall behind the field. So it's going to be delicate timing. Alright, we got to go now. They go now. Let's see what deep timing is able to do. That horse tires out, and like I said, these horses, they just have way more speed. Way more speed than us, but oh man, it looked like there was a chance we could have potentially caught a couple of horses, because it didn't look like they were moving anywhere, and then yeah, it didn't really go anywhere with them, and then those other horses caught us. But you know, that's expected. Deep timing is not a grade 1 horse yet. He could be, I don't know, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think we'll have a grade 1 horse probably till year 3 or 4 at the earliest. It's all okay though. last race here of the field, or of the year in this game. Not the last race of this video, I meant to say. With Miss 90. Let's see what she does. Running her, what, against Phillies in a grade 2, I think. Or grade 3. I think it was a grade 3, actually. It is a grade 3. And not good odds. 2 favorites here. The 2 Sweet Cider and the 6 Coco Norico. Well, we are not given much of a chance here. Granted, it's grade 3 competition, and I don't think Miss 90 is a grade 3 horse yet. I don't know if she will be, to be honest, so that's expected, but again, just wanted to see. Make sure I put in my notes for these horses. No grade 1 for... I don't know if Deep Timing could run a... Deep Timing might be able to run a grade 3. I don't even know if he's in a position to run a grade 2. Miss 90 clearly is probably just an open horse only. I don't think she'll be able to run any grade 3s, unfortunately. But Deep Timing, he might be able to run a grade 3. Grade 2, I guess it depends on the field and the circumstances. We're not in the blue. We're running her... Okay. And we're pretty much where she wanted to be, but the game can be weird sometimes. So I'm going to get her started a little bit earlier this time. Let's go right now. Do not move into that lane. Alright. Let's see what Miss 90 can do. We didn't have a chance. Her stamina is dropping. Let's see. She's passing a couple of horses. In the money right now. And potentially 4th place at the wire. And, man. 5th place. 9th place finish. Close enough. Let me see. No graded races. For her, say maybe G3s. Now we just missed it. Just by a nose did we miss 4th place. That would have been nice. Would have been nice, but it's okay. We just missed it by a nose. I'm sure you guys will be happy because Gallop Racer 2003 is right back around the block as far as an upload is concerned. And then, yeah, I haven't played 2003 in a while as well. Let me save right quick, because we are at the end of the year, and we're going to play a little bit. We're going to try to get closer to the breeding season for this episode. But I do want another original horse. The Glue Factor is still sitting in there. I feel like him and Miss 90 could create a decent original, so... Here we go. Let's look at the end of the year awards. There is Navigator Cindy. Thank you for all your efforts through this past year, yada blase blase. Horse of the year is Bojangles. Best sprinter and miler, Utmost Plan. Best dirt horse is Rick Strick. Best older colt, Bojangles. Best older filly, Utmost Plan. Best 3-year-old colt, Bella Pride. Best 3-year-old filly, Ogre Girl. Best 2-year-old colt, Firm Deal. And best 2-year-old filly, Coney Moni. Jockey Awards, don't care. Not going to be anywhere close. We actually had 3 wins on the year. Wow. We finished 16th. Huh. So I'm assuming we weren't in last place. Considering. Earning rankings, yeah, nowhere close. Look at those jockeys earning well over 6 figures. We're not even close. We're barely breaking 5. I mean, yeah, barely breaking 5. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. We're still, I mean, we're basically a newborn fetus in this game. Gallop Racer 2004, we're like on year 19, which is why we're so successful. Gallop Racer 3, we're like on year 5 or 6. 2003, we're like on year 2, I think, if that. So, Gallop Racer 2003 and Gallop Racer 2001, these games are just going to take us a while to get to that point. The following are other promising horses. USA Hombre, the 3-year-old colt, now going, another 3-year-old colt. Following promising horses for the fillies, Coney Money and Cowgirl. These are my rivals. Rich Chatter. Dark Carol. Hanny Scanch. Or Danny Scanch. Chatter Socks. Patty's Rum. Boz the Hog. I like Patty's Rum. Well then. Deep Timing's dirt rating has gotten better. That's interesting. I haven't raced him on the dirt. Maybe I should give it a shot. Let me give it a shot. Let's see if we can get a dirt race for him. Actually, let's race him in a G3, and then we'll race him in that 7 furlong. Because I need to see if he can handle a grade 3. Because if he can't, then we'll keep him out of graded races as well. Actually, let me look at Miss 90 right quick, because I need to see, is she peaking soon? Oh, she is. So we can... I can maybe retire her early. I think we'll be able to. I don't know. If I can retire her early, I'll do that, because then I could breed her and Glue Factor in April. I should be able to. I figured I got her because she was going to peak really quickly, so we'll see. Hopefully we can. If not, that would kind of be a bummer. I do like her speed. But we're racing with deep timing here at a grade 3 and not much of a chance, so yeah, safe to say it's probably just better to stick to open races. Stick to open, win those races, place in those races, build up our funds, so to speak, as opposed to racing in graded stakes races that we're not even going to get the top 5 in. That's pointless. Not a good start. Like I said, deep timing, he does not get out well. It's one of the things I don't particularly like with him. But he's there now. We're gonna hold him back. Alright, just make sure we stay ahead. Let this horse overtake you, because then he'll be upset. We're looking good. Pace is mid. Okay. So make sure we bide our time here in the stretch. Let them do their thing. Don't bump me. You have plenty of space. Move. I'll let them go past. That's fine. That's fine. Now we're going to get going. That's absolutely fine. I know this is a grade 3 race, but hoping some of them are going to gas out. I forgot, deep timing doesn't really have a whole lot of speed, though. I'm thinking I'm riding on Miss 90, so that strategy doesn't really work out, because Miss 90's got some speed, and she can get into her spurt quickly. Deep timing, on the other hand, not a whole lot of speed, so kind of forgot at the moment which horse I was racing on, and it did not work out in our favor. I mean, granted it was a graded 3 race, but still. And my controller just disconnected. But yeah, I genuinely forgot. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I'm on Miss 90 here in regards to the spurt, but no, can't do that with him. Cannot do that with him. But we know no grade 3s at the least. No graded races in general is what I should say, actually, for either one of them. So we'll just keep them in opens. All right, Miss 90. 7 furlong open against the gals. This should be a pretty good race for her. Let's see how she does. And I hope we can retire her in the next 2 or 3 months before the breeding season, basically, and then retire her, breed her with a glue factor, get another original, and you know, we'll see what we get. All right, Miss 90. Just looking on the outs, looking inside from the out as far as our chances to get in the money. So this is going to be a little tricky, but it depends. We have this ugly gate position post position 11, so didn't need to get out really great because we don't have to worry about getting her to the front like we do other horses. We don't want her dropping too far back, though. Definitely don't want that to happen. Just need her ahead of one horse. She's in the blue, though, surprisingly. She doesn't want to be in last place, but I guess she's okay. Anywho, I know I'm going to have to go a little bit sooner because of how far back we are. So I'm going to go now. And I don't know where there's a gap to go. I'm just going to stay right here, then. Is that space going to be open? It should be. Coming from way back with Miss 90. Way back. Get to 5th. We got to 5th. Alright, that's a good comeback. Because we had to come from way back. Honestly, we would have probably We could have potentially won that race if the start was not good. She came out way too slow, and then I was a little late on getting her caught back up to the field. So that's kind of both of our faults. She got out bad in the gates, and then I didn't push her to stay with the field, so we had to cover more ground. But got our 5th place. All right, deep timing is still improving. Let's get him in a dirt race, because I do want to see if he... I mean, his rating is not better on the dirt, but maybe he'll do decent. He'll only be... Well, let's see. I think he'll only be in... Let's see. Let's see, because he's yellow right now. He's going to be green next week, which is not ideal to test him on the dirt. I still would want him in his best shape. Is there another dirt race anytime soon? I may have to wait. I don't really want to do that. Let's see. It's a month. If I give him... Yeah, I mean, actually, it's only a couple more weeks away. I want to make sure he's in the blue to really get an accurate idea of whether or not he's suitable for the dirt. Miss 90, we can get her in a race next week. 8 furlongs, open against fillies. Should be good. Alright, Miss 90 is back up again. And it's the slow grinding years in this game. This is on hard difficulty, so we're just grinding slowly, which, like I said, is more fun for me. I think some people get the idea that I just want to win right away and dominate. I don't. That's not fun for me in these games. I like the grind. I like what I'm doing right now, because I know eventually I'm going to get to a point where I'll start winning and producing some really great results. I'm all about the grind and getting there. But if I'm starting out absolutely amazing, there's no fun for me. There's no challenge. There's no drive. Not for me. Maybe some people just like being great at everything as soon as you start. It's one thing if you are good at something naturally from the beginning, but if you just want to be good at everything as soon as you start something and you never want to actually put in any effort and work to grind and to improve, I mean, that's boring to me. It's boring to me, and it takes a lot of humility to stick through getting better at something. If you're automatically good at something from the rip, do you really appreciate it? I guess it depends, but for the most part, you know, you have to have a decent level of humility to progress and get better at something, right? Because if you don't, you know, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to stay stagnant in the same spot. So for this game, I like the grind. I like that things are challenging. I like that we're not winning and just dominating right off the bat. Because again, if that was the case, it would not be fun and I would get bored of it very quickly. But we'll get there. We're just not there yet. Not even close. Great start from Miss 90. Absolutely fantastic. This is what I mean. She gets out great, except for the last race, but she's not a front runner. And the deep timing, like, he struggles out of the gate. It's such a... She is not comfortable where she's... Like, look how far up we are. And now I have to slow her all the way down. She's in the red because she's not where she wants to be on the track. Now she's in the yellow for whatever reason. Like, what? Now she's in the blue. Like, golly. What a... She gets out too good, in fact. She gets out way too good. Then we end up having to do what we're doing here. I'm going to try to sneak up on the inside if I can. Come on, Miss 90. Show us what you got. I can't tell if this horse is holding me up because we're not moving past it, and I swear we're faster than it. Okay, it's not holding us up. We were just going backwards. What happened? Well, she was upset because we were running way too high near the front. That's disappointing. It's really disappointing. And then I spent almost half the race getting her back to where she was. Like, it's almost like I can't get good starts with her because she just goes. Like, I don't even do anything to make her go faster once she's out of the gate. She just goes. It's like, no, you gotta dial, you gotta scale it back. But I'm just gonna have to be more diligent about controlling that, clearly. But she gets out great. Like, I wasn't even trying to get a great start with her. She just launches out, first or second out of the rest of the field, and then she stays in the front. I have to really manage, keeping her held back, at the back of the midfield. Better odds here today. See how he handles the dirt, field of 10, but yeah, with Miss 90, I mean, she's got the speed, clearly. It's just, yeah, she has to really be comfortable. If she's not, it does offset the rest of her race. This is a horse that needs to get out of the gate well, and he doesn't. But maybe he will today. Let's see. See, he doesn't get out well. He really does not. He does not get out well, and I have to really struggle and push him to the front here. Like, still running full speed, not passing these horses. That's what I mean. If he got a better start, I wouldn't have to try so hard to get him to the front, and I wouldn't have to use as much stamina for him. But because he gets out bad, I have to push him harder, which is causing him to, you know, use more stamina. And it does not help our case. So him and Miss 90, they're in different spots. Miss 90 needs his running position, and he needs her ability to get out the gate really well, because they both are like they both are lacking something that the other horse has, and that's really what's hurting them. But somehow we have a lot of stamina here with deep timing. I'm not going to put them under the whip yet, because again, it does tire them out much quicker in this game. Now I will. Furlong left to go. We're still in 5th place. Can we get up to 4th? No, we're going to keep 5th place. It's a money place finish. We'll take it. We'll take it, but we need some 3rd place finishes here. These 5ths are not long-term going to be too beneficial for us. We need a 3rd place. We need a strong result next time around. Hopefully we get it. But yeah, we'll keep this episode rolling until we get to the breeding season, and then that'll effectively end this round of Gallop Racer 2001 uploads on this channel until we get back to the game. See, our money, whatever we win, we're essentially paying that in the cost. So our money is staying virtually the same. It's not really going up because we're not getting any big, big purses from better results. Deep timing. Let's see. Yeah, he's actually in a peak as a 4-year-old, which I figured. Miss 90, she's pretty much at her peak right now. But again, we got her for retirement purposes. Well, for breeding purposes. 8 furlongs here. Against the gals. Run it again. Top 2 go to the Cherry Cup. That's a G1. How does... That usually works for like grade 3s and stuff. But in this open race? Oh yeah. You win this open race against generally lower competition, you'll get invited to a grade 1 race against better competition. That's probably, just furlongs ahead of you, so to speak, quote unquote. Logic. Gallop Racer logic at that. At least in this game. Okay, Miss 90, not looking good. Our odds have, since the year ended, our odds have been bad. And these are races I've put her in before. Same distances, same terrain, and now all of a sudden it's just getting worse, but that's because she's technically already at her peak. Probably on the decline. Watch, she's going to get a great start. That wasn't as great, but it was decent. Now I'm going to make sure I hold her back. Gotta hold her back, hold her back, hold her back. Not too much, though, because I don't want to lose the field. Okay. It should be pretty good for her, but again, it's like she wants to literally be second to last. Okay, she's comfortable now. Well, she was. Now she's not. I forgot. Her temper rating is bad, though. I forgot. Her temper rating is actually really bad. And I completely ignored that. I'm like, it is what it is. I just hope the original horse we breed with her and Glue Factor doesn't get her temper rating, because that is a big deal. And you guys know how I feel about that, especially in Gallop Racer 2004, so. Okay, run him down, run him down. She's got the speed, man. She's got the speed. But we're going nowhere. It feels like we're going nowhere. She shows promise like she's going to kick up, and then like nothing has happened. Oh, it's a disappointing result. I'm at a point where I just kind of want to retire her now. I'll give her one more chance. She really went from doing decent to just nosedive. Nosedive. I mean, I keep her where she wants to be as far as her positioning is concerned. And then she doesn't really go anywhere from there. So we're going to get her in another race, and that'll be it. We'll just retire her. 10 furlongs. Keep forgetting to look at these tracks too. Courses with no slope would be beneficial. Toronto does have a slope, which Miami. Run it. This part of the year, the races are not beneficial to weaker horses, so I guess you kind of just have to pick and, pick your choosing. Actually, I don't want to race him in April because we're going to breed in April. We'll get him in the 7 furlong race here. We tried him on the dirt. Right? He actually didn't do too bad on the dirt. I'm going to give him another shot at the dirt. Yeah, he did not honestly do too bad. Miss 90, we're only going to get her in one more race, and then we'll retire her, and hopefully we can breed her. Oh, breeding season is already here. I didn't realize it was happening that quick. Well, on that note, might as well retire Miss 90 if we can. Yes. Yes. Alright. Well, she didn't have a good stint, but it is what it is. We're going to breed. Her and Glue Factor. I could be more patient, but I don't really care. So here's Glue Factor. Breeding charge 1300. Breaking and conditioning, double A's. So yeah, we'll breed him. And Miss 90. Yeah, her temper's D. No bueno. Breeding charge 800 for her. But we'll see what we get. Alright, 2100 points to breed the both of these. Mid to short distance. Let's see what we get. Growth type averaging early. Pace front middle. Let's see what we get here. Miss 90 and Glue Factor. Breeding has commenced. The gray. I hope we get a gray actually. We don't. Nice looking horse though. Is it a filly or a colt? Oh, it's a gal. It's a colt. That's fine. Not bad. Already 82 rating on the turf and 78 on dirt. The braking is really good. The spurt, unfortunately, is not the fastest. So, since we're going to be racing at the back of the field, we're going to have to get started a lot sooner. But the braking is really good. Conditioning is not terrible. Temper is not awful. It's much better than Miss 90. 7 and 11 furlongs. Looking pretty good here for this colt. So that was Miss 90 and Glue Factor. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do here. And this colt, we're going to call... We're just going to combine their names for now. Unless do I have names in the spreadsheet? I did not. Glue Factor, Glue 90. 90 Factor, Factor 90. Let's see. Night Glue. Mr. 90. Not actually Night Factor. Let's do Night Factor. Like that. Night Factor. Oops. Yeah, he's decent, and hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully his growth is average. If his growth is average, he could potentially run in grade 3s. He should be able to, based off of what I understand. I'm gonna do Glue Factor with 2 R's because why not? Mass pattern. Let's see. To be honest, as much as I love my horses with masks, I'm actually not going to put one on him because I like that. I like how he looks on the front. I'll give him a shadow roll. That's about it. Let's give him... I already have a purple one. Blue, maybe? Royal blue. Yeah, royal blue with Night Factor. I think that's a good touch to it. And we'll give him bandages. How much? 4. We'll do... And the royal blue doesn't really look good with the bandages. We'll do... blue with the white. Let's see. Blue with white or white with blue? gonna do the white and the blue actually. Night Factor, welcome to the family. Let's see if we can get him in a race. Oh, I forgot, you won't be able to race till July. I've done this so many times and I forget every single time until literally like 2 seconds after. And I'm like, oh yeah, wait, can't do it. Gotta wait. Oh man. We'll do more race in this video. But Night Factor, 82 turf rating already. That's pretty good. For an original, I mean, keep in mind, Deep Timing started out with a rating of 73 as an original. So the fact that Night Factor is already at an 82, that is a good sign. And again, that's kind of what I'm doing in these games, specifically this game in Gallop Racer 3. I take my originals and then I breed them as well with a horse of similar capability, and we kind of keep that line rolling for our originals, I should say. Yeah, we can't race him until July. That's a bummer. But Night Factor, I have a feeling he looks decent. I mean, in terms of his stats on the right, as far as his guts, his temper, his incline rating, his braking, and his conditioning, it's pretty similar to Glue Factor, and Glue Factor did get us a couple of wins and finished pretty well most of the time. Like I said, spurt-wise, we don't know if... Oh, that line is really high already, so he's definitely going to peak early. He may only be good as a 3-year-old, which may explain his rating. If not, we came in second place really close. Like I said, I think it recorded, but if it didn't and it cut off right before or something, we got really close in our last race with Deep Timing. Almost won it, but just lost by a neck. So I'm going to do this weird thing to make sure my video is synced up. We have a chance here to win. I got to get him going sooner, I guess, because he does not have the speed like other horses do. How am I going to do this? Let's see. Alright, let's see. So, I have to do this thing where I'll say horses' names accordingly and try to sync up the video. So, the 3 is Country Crop, 4 is Desert Elite, 5 is Whoa Nelly, 6 is Form to 1, 7 Deep Timing, and the 8 Gulf Express, the 9 True Cast, 10 Double Doze. Hopefully my mic picked up some of the game audio as well, so I can get that synced up properly. Oh, it's such a headache. Just makes recording a little bit longer than I would like. Deep Timing actually, he got out so well. I had my hand off the controller because I was like shocked. I'm like, wait, we're actually out. Great, ahead of the field. Like, he's never gotten out that well, I think. And his last 9 races, he never got out that well. Even in the one race he won, he got out so well. I literally was shocked for a second, and I'm like, wait, oh, he's actually okay. He's out. I don't have to do so much. Why can't we do that every race, dude? If we could do that every race, we probably would have had at least another 2 wins. That alone, this can be a game changer. What a great start. Oh, you're going already? Okay. You're gonna gas yourself. That's fine. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That horse is gonna gas himself out, and then he's gonna hold that other horse up behind him. I'll take it. I'll take it. And then this horse is behind me. You need to find your own way, because there's a win. What'd I just say? If we get out good, we can win with this horse. Why can't he do that every time? Granted, 2 horses got held up. Maybe they had better speed than us. They probably did, but you know what? They could have went around. I was in my lane. Win number 2 for Deep Timing. Another win for the Gallop Racer original. I like it. Because he doesn't, like I said, he doesn't have speed. He really doesn't. He does not really have speed. Not to me, at least. I just think he's more consistent at keeping his speed wherever it's at. And I don't think his speed is particularly high. But he's consistent enough, especially if I time the spurts right. Because I think his stamina is pretty decent. He has much better stamina than Miss 90. So that's why I can wait longer with him. Because like I said, he doesn't have the speed. So it's not like we're going to run horses down in the stretch just off of pure speed. But stamina-wise, I know he'll be able to last longer if we get him started a little bit later. Everybody else will tire out, and he's good at keeping his consistency. Great win, good rating, 94 rider eval, 2,000 points. Very nice for Deep Timing. Second win on his career. In his career on his profile is what I meant to say. Really happy with that. Really happy with that. That's a good way to end the video. So next time we come back, we'll continue racing with Deep Timing, try to get him some more wins, some more money place finishes for sure before the end of the year, and then Night Factor, our newest Gallop Racer original 2-year-old cult, he'll be making his debut, and I'll wait to put him in a race probably next month, like in June. That way he won't be irritated if it's 5 or 6 weeks before he races. If I put him in a race now and he doesn't race until the end of July or even August, chances are he'll be pretty impatient. So I'll wait to do that in the next video. But Deep Timing, another win. So 10 lifetime starts, 2 wins, or 9 lifetime starts and 2 wins. For an original, it's not bad considering he's not even a grade 3 horse at all. We'll take it, and hopefully this will be good for whomever we breed him with. It'll be good for that eventual, I'm still going to call them foals. Of course, they don't go through the foaling process in this game, but I'm just going to refer to them as foals. It should be good for that foal, and then hopefully, like I said, we'll continue to provide ourselves more consistent Gallop Racer original horses. And like I said, we don't have to breed them amongst each other. It's not the case that I always breed 2 Gallop Racer originals, but making sure that our originals are doing well enough, and then if we can breed that horse obviously with another original, that would be great. But of course I have no fillies or brood mares now, so we'll have to go find one. In fact, since I said that, I still don't understand how the ordering thing works. I haven't checked the comments for that video. I know I can purchase a horse. Let's see, females, we need one. But all these fillies are ridiculously overpriced. And I don't think any of them are worth it. So that's kind of disappointing. I can order. I still don't understand how the ordering feature works. Let's look for mid. So I'm confused. Does the order dictate how things show up? Oh, in the purchase. Got it. Okay. I just figured that out. So that's actually kind of really simple. In fact, it literally says it. I just wasn't reading. Okay, I got it now. So that's why those horses are so expensive, because they're C ranked, and I'm not trying to spend all my money, so I actually need to look for a D ranked horse. It's kind of a bummer. That's fine though. D ranked horse. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just see what they have. I'm not even going to be picky about the pacing. It makes a lot of sense. That's actually really cool. I just wasn't paying attention. That's what I mean. Like, things I know. It's just a matter of whether or not I'm paying attention. And clearly I have not been. Oh, do I have to fast forward a week for this to change? Hold up. Let's see. Do I have to fast forward a week for them to change in here? Or is it going to stay the same? It stays the same. Does it change on a monthly basis? Now I'm confused. Whatever. Let's actually... Oops. Let me fast forward to the month and see. I'm assuming it changes from month to month, right? I hope. That would make the most sense. Ideally. Better not see the same horses in here. Okay, there we go. Does change. So C-ranked horses we don't have enough money for. I mean, we could, but we'll be broke, and I need a cushion. This 19,000 right now, I need this cushion. But let's see who we can. Miss 90 is back. She has come back alive. Well, I mean, she never died. She just retired to breed. I mean, technically speaking, knowing what we created from her out of Night Factor, getting her back wouldn't be a terrible idea. But I don't know. Let's look at Water Walking. Not great. Tap Prancer. Let's see. Tap Prancer. She wants to race towards the front. Her spurt is slow. That's three. She's 3 years old right now. We'll have her for a couple of years, so she's a long-term prospect. I don't know if I want. She's not. Water Walking. Let's see. 60-60. She must have a really late spurt. Yeah, I figured 60-60 or 66-65. I figured she has a really late. Yeah, she is definitely a long-term horse. She only costs 10, but technically, as a 3-year-old, seeing where she's going to be at 7 years old, that's not terrible. It's really not, because her cost is only 10. So virtually, it's almost like having her will be like having a free horse that can earn me money. You know what I mean? So actually, I'm going to go ahead and get her. Yeah, we're obviously not going to use her for breeding, since she's not going to peak until she's... Well, we'll use her for breeding, but it's not going to happen for a long time. Yeah, because I'm on Tap Prancer. I mean, Tap Prancer's not... As far as getting her now, not really. I'm not too... Her conditioning's not good. Her braking is good. Her temper's I'll be patient. I'm sure we'll find a gem in here. But the horse that we just got, she's a long-term prospect. Water Walking. Should we do a race with her before we end the video? We could, just to do it. Not like I'll probably remember. Yeah, she's a long-term prospect. And like I said, she costs virtually nothing. So like I said, it's like having a free horse. And if we can get her to finish in the top 5, she'll be, helping us essentially for free without us having to do much of anything. Now, can she run on the dirt? She can. At least right now. I don't know if that will stay that way. But 8.5 furlongs. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and save right quick, because we made quite a bit of progress. And then we'll do our last race here with Water Walking. Long-term filly prospect, and see how she develops over time. But yeah, of course we'll continue to look for another filly that we can race and retire pretty quickly to breed. I want to breed every season in this game, unless we absolutely don't need to. And right now we're not at the point yet where we can skip a year of breeding. I don't think. Then we need to continue to try things out. She's the only filly in this field racing against the colts here. And she's got long shot odds, which not surprising, because maybe even though her dirt rating is virtually the same compared to her turf rating, maybe she is just not ideal for the dirt. Also keep in mind, she is going to be at her best at 7 years old, which means she is arguably at her second to worst point in her racing career. Great start. Holy cow. She gets right out. Alright, well, we'll dial it back. Oh my goodness. She came out like a rocket. She came out like an absolute rocket. Yeah, I have a good feeling about her. I know it's definitely going to be a grind for probably the next 2 years with her, but I have a great feeling that once she finally gets going, she is going to be pretty darn good. That start was amazing. I didn't have to really do anything. She just came out like an absolute rocket. Now, I don't like where we are right now. We're really bunched in and we have no space. I'm going to hold her back and I'm going to move her outside. Okay. There we go. I did not like that at all. We had no space. Oh, crap. I wasn't paying attention to the remaining distance. I'm like, why are they getting on the whip so quick? Well, because we're already in the stretch. I wasn't even genuinely paying attention. That came around so quick. I forgot 8.5 furlongs on this track is really, really quick. Yeah, we definitely could have finished way better if I was paying attention, and I wasn't. Totally slipped my mind. I forgot. 8.5 furlongs on a dirt track is really, really quick. I forgot. You basically start your spurt on the backstretch. Turn 3, essentially. But promising. She looks promising. I have a good feeling about her. Usually when I say I have a good feeling about a horse in these games, I'm right. It's rare that I say I have a good feeling about a horse and they end up being like a train wreck. And I'll say that about every horse too. Some horses I'm like, it looks decent. Okay, whatever. If I say I have a good feeling about a horse, it's usually because there's some truth to it. So Deep Timing is ready to go. Night Factor at 83 now. He started out 82.78. That's like to track their ratings as they get better. Blah, blah, blah. Deep timing, we still don't know when he's peaking, but I'm not gonna complain. I hate this. It's so enticing to want to run in these G1s, but like your horse is not really capable of doing it. Deep timing's been doing great on the dirt, so I'm gonna keep running him in the dirt. On the dirt. Running him in the dirt actually sounds absolutely awful. Alright guys, this is going to do it for this episode of Gallop Race 2001. Hopefully there were no issues with the video and audio besides what I have to actually kind of edit and edit with... Did I say edit and edit twice? I meant to say edit and something else. Edit and mix, edit and master. Regardless, I hope everything turned out okay. We'll be back with some more Gallop Race 2001 action here very soon. Horse Racing Gamer, until next time. Hope you have a great and fantastic day. See ya and goodbye.